like the more I grow into the business, the more I realize just how hard it is. So I'll be honest, when I started it, I just figured, you're just starting a small business. I did not realize the work that goes into it, what is required, especially in an industry that is regulated. I was going through a really tough time. I had recently lost my mom when that first mandate landed, actually. So that was huge, huge for me. And it really did kind of reignite that fire and that passion that I felt like I'd lost in that period.
Wow, there is new beginnings for everything. And today is our new beginning. We are starting this wonderful podcast, of course, encouraged by the surveys that we do as 27-4. And we are so honored today that we can have you, Nkareng, from RainDance, because, yeah, power women beginning something new, right? So welcome
Thank
to
you.
our first sitting, which we hope will really shape the conversations within the industry, but also just looking at the strides that you make as you building up a business. And that's the focus for today. Today we're looking at the beginning of
Yeah.
it all. So if you can just take me back, just the beginning, what it really took to start this asset management industry, asset manager business, and building it up. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Ndi. And to 27-4 for thinking of me as the first guest in this series. It's really, really an honor.
Yeah.
And I think I've always said to anyone who listens that 27-4 has been a huge backer of our business from day one.
Yeah.
And I guess I think the more I grow into the business, the more I realize just how hard it is.
Yes.
So I'll be honest, when I started it, I just figured, you're just starting a small business.
Yeah.
I did not realize the work that goes into it, what is required, especially in an industry that is regulated,
Sure.
that is as regulated as our industry is.
Yeah.
So it every day you just realize just how much work needs to go into it. Whereas at the beginning, it seemed like little mountains that you could overcome. But as you settle into it, I think it comes with a lot of maturity from where you started.
Yeah.
A lot of realization, a lot of you start to really understand the responsibility that you carry
Sure.
in starting that business.
Yeah.
And to be honest, yes, there's the experience that you must bring. There's the hard work and all of that, the work ethic, always every morning applying yourself, doing something, anything that kind of brings you a step forward,
Yeah.
even if it's completing one document that the regulator needs or
Sure.
one document for your presentations or whatever. Just do something deliberately every day.
Yeah.
But I cannot emphasize enough as well relationships.
Sure.
I had no relationships beginning this journey.
Yeah.
I won't say no relationships, but honestly, a lot of it was cold calling.
Yeah.
To get my name out there, it was just emails that I sent just because emails are available on websites to the relevant individuals, and with an introductory letter. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is the business, what it aims to stand for, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And hoping that they get back to you.
Yeah.
It would have been much easier with warm introductions or familiar faces, just because you know the people. So I would say build those relationships,
Yeah.
even as you start in your journey in your career. Build strong networks, because those are the shoulders you stand on
Yeah.
as you grow.
Yeah, and I like the word that you are really highlighting, relationships, because it's those relationships that bring us to where we are today. And I can imagine that they become even more important
Yeah.
when you now need to get your first mandate, because you do need to talk to people,
You do. Yeah.
you do need to talk to certain institutions, you do need to prove who you are and what you are all about and what you can do. So just take us through that, just to get that first allocation. What does it really mean, or what are the lessons that you picked up throughout that journey? Because that's the beginning, right? That's the real beginning.
That's the real beginning.
Yeah.
That was actually, I was going through a really tough time. I had recently lost my mom when that first mandate landed, actually.
Yeah.
And in fact, I've told you how supportive 274 has been in our journey.
Sure.
That was one of our first mandates.
Yeah.
And that, again, I didn't have a relationship with anyone in the business.
Yeah.
Sent an email and I got a response for a meeting. I'd printed, I think, like 3 presentations, because again, you need to be aware of your cash flow as well.
Sure.
I printed 3 presentations for the meeting, and it was probably 45 minutes, that first presentation. I met 2 of your colleagues, and that was that. And that was before we had lost Mom.
Yeah.
So I was still, I still had a lot of energy, and I can do this.
Yeah.
But and then I think a month later I got an invite for a meeting to meet the team. But that probably occurred maybe we had lost Mom like the week before. So it was I didn't want to attend the meeting. I wasn't interested. I just had lost a lot of energy in terms of the business that I was trying to build.
Yeah.
And I actually even remember trying to get out of that meeting with your colleagues, and they were, when I spoke to your colleague on the phone, she was like, look, I would really encourage you to attend the meeting. You need to present to the team, you can't skip this part.
Sure.
And eventually I was like, okay, fine. I was one-man show. There wasn't anybody else in the business that I was going to be attending the meeting with. I'd be meeting like 8 or 10 of your colleagues.
Sure.
And I just, I didn't have that energy that I would have liked to enter that room with.
Yeah.
And somehow the team heard my story.
Yeah.
Somehow, I really feel like that wasn't some of my best work or best delivery in a presentation. But I think 2 weeks later, I got the notice that we would be getting an allocation.
Sure.
And for what that means now is that you can really start to go out and show your track record to clients.
Sure.
Because that's, again, a huge detractor.
Yeah.
When you're showing up at a meeting, you say, I have 0 assets under management, because where's your track record? We want to see what you're able to do with that money.
Yeah.
So that was huge for me. And it really did kind of reignite that fire and that passion that that I felt like I'd lost in that period.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's a significant milestone to get a mandate like that, because also other managers or other asset allocators or pension fund trustees are also sitting back thinking, oh, so they got a mandate from that asset allocator. Maybe I should take them seriously. Maybe I should listen to what they have to say, because it starts those conversations.
Yeah.
Because today, just from that first mandate, we've been able to have so many more conversations. We're sitting now on a few billion under management now.
Sure.
We're sitting on a team of 5. It's becoming a nice little business.
Yeah.
And it really starts with that first client who believed.
Yeah, and it's amazing, because our focus with this conversation is to really be real, real issues. And when you're sharing your personal losses and building up this business, even in the midst of all of that, it shows the resilience that we need. It doesn't matter what kind of a business we are building, and I guess that's what is carrying you through, and I think you did also touch on a bit of what it really takes to now build up that business, ensuring that it stands, because there are people like 274 who believed in you first, right? So they do want to see you grow. They do want to see you building that brand and ensuring that that first presentation you had with them, even though it was not in the best circumstance, you really live up to it, you know. So if you just look in terms of, I know you did speak to realities, but what are maybe one thing which you can say is the reality of building up a firm such as RainDance, and one thing that you can really just highlight to somebody maybe who's thinking to do the same?
It's definitely capital, so working capital.
Yeah.
And it's firstly capital to capitalize the business, because, you know, there are regulatory requirements around that.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you have that buffer.
Sure.
And then just the regular working capital that you need,
Yeah.
which I would deeply emphasize. And also, before I built RainDance, came from a different asset manager,
Sure.
where even then the point of cost control
Yeah.
became a very important conversation. And I find that even in building our business in RainDance, it's incredibly important. And I would say, watch the growth of your costs, your expenses, and ensure that your revenue that continues to grow matches those costs.
Yeah.
So I think that is key, because when you go out there and try to raise working capital, it's incredibly difficult for a small business, for a business that doesn't necessarily have anything to seed to the banks or anything like that. Yes, I think the messaging around many of the banks or the lenders, etc., is that yes, we're looking for small businesses, we're looking for this, for that, but I don't think the messaging yet has caught up to the internal processes of a bank. They're going to want A, B, and C,
of course,
right? And a lot of the time, those small businesses don't have A, B, and C. So I would say, conserve your revenues. Try to ensure that you put away some, as much as you can, for those moments when you're going to need buffer in terms of working capital, so you don't have to go to the lenders. So that's something that I'm starting to really become, to make sure that you focus on that as a business owner. And then just remember again that then, there's the day-to-day that you need to give performance to your clients, and just the reason the business exists, there's still that work. But in as much as that's a priority, the realities of every day, in the day-to-day of a business, it needs capital to keep functioning, to keep the team going, to keep your name out there, etc. So I think that's the biggest lesson I'm still living through at the moment.
It's interesting, hey, because you are seeking money to manage money, but you must manage even the business and the money, your own money, and I think it really speaks to those lessons that young professionals can also take from your journey, from your story, and just to see how to build a business to where it is today. So we are so happy that you were able to really just share the snippet, of really building this business to where it is. And we want to end off this conversations with something fun, more relaxed, because we're having quite a serious conversation, and we are calling this the rapid fire test, so it's about how fast you can give us an answer to just one or two simple questions. So I hope you're ready.
How many questions are we?
Just 4. It's not a lot.
Let's go.
So give me a word or give me a yes, no, quick, just like that.
Okay.
Ready? Let's go. We needed a drum roll, but anyway. So, in person or online meeting?
In person.
One industry buzzword you would love to retire?
Circle back.
One food you could eat all day?
Pap.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. And last one. What are you watching at the moment?
Widow's Babe.
Yay! No, thank you so much. Nkareng. You know, it also helps to get to know a little bit more about you. We're looking forward to future conversations, and I'm sure we're going to have fun together.
No, this has been really, really amazing. And good luck in this series.
Thank you
it's
so
really,
much.
really awesome.
All right, we are signing out.
Thank you.